How are you doing? I hope uko salama. My name is Sophia and welcome back to Sophia Live. If there is someone who is so happy right now, is none other than former Nandi Hills Member of Parliament Alfred Keter. Alfred Keter is so happy. And what makes Alfred Keter be happy is the fact that Ruto is crying over the lower voter registration in the Rift Valley region. So Ruto was in Bomet complaining about how Kalenjins are not turning up, they are abandoning him and all that. And so Alfred Keter is reminding Ruto that Kalenjin voters don't owe you anything. Since you're not working for the people of this country, why should you feel like they should automatically vote for you? So Alfred Keter took to Twitter to write this strong message warning Ruto that his time is up and that what he should be thinking right now is how is life after the 2027, because Kenyans have decided, and also the Kalenjins have decided, that one term is one term. So this is Alfred Keter's message. William Ruto has always been taking for granted the Kalenjin voters, but he has now realized that things are thick. One term is one term. You can see here is emojis, laughing emojis. So Alfred Keter is so happy. Finally, the man is coming down, and finally, the man is realizing that Kenyans are not going to automatically vote for him because, in 2022, he came up with these narratives of mimi ni mtoto wa mtu wa kule chini, was once a chicken seller, and so I'm a hustler like you, so give a chance to a hustler and all. The narratives that were pushing in the 2022 elections. So, this time round is not going to work because Kenyans are experiencing how a hustler can take this country down. Ruto has just destroyed everything in this country. Ruto should not be given a second term. In fact, if I were Ruto, I could just thank Kenyans and just leave it and try something else. Even us, us who are doing these other things, the commoners, these sisi wananchi, we've tried so many things in this life. Tunajaribu hii inakataa, tunasema because imekataa, we try another thing, ikikataa we move on to another thing. This is what Ruto should be thinking about now that presidency imemkataa. It should think about something else, not be there forcing things. I'm there. So it is coming down to Ruto that when Kenyans are singing one term is going to happen, because if your people, the people you considering your people, are now even not interested, and not even turning up to register, because after all they feel like, sasa hata kama wewe ni mtu wetu and you're not feeling it, what should be the reason for us to register as voters? So you've not given them the reason to register as voters. The only thing that can make people or your people to register as voters is if you have done something that is helping them economically, socially. But right now Kenyans are struggling. Even the Kalenjin you are begging are struggling. So why should they turn up? Because if they have to turn up, is to turn up to vote you out. And that is what is going to happen in the 2027 election. In fact, we should not be. In fact, Ruto should not complain that Kalenjins are not turning up for voter registration, because if they turn up, they are going to embarrass him. They are going to embarrass him. So he should be even thankful that these people are saying that no need. Because if they're going to vote, they're going to embarrass him. So maybe I'm so happy that voters are now realizing that it is only us who can change things in this country. And our voices should always matter, not the voices of the politicians. And this is really giving me hopes that we are getting it right. It is slow, but we are getting there. We shall get there. no matter how long. And as I've been saying this over and over, is that we should not put pressure, so much pressure on ourselves, Kenyans. Yes, I know there is something that we want in this country, but all these things that we want in this country will not happen just all at once. This is a process that is going to take time, and the first step is going to happen in the 2027 election. In this election, we are going to get in the right people. This is the first step of us getting our country back. Is the first thing is thing is us getting in the right people. When we have the right people will bring down this bad system. And once the bad system is down, now we are going to create a system that is going to work for us. It is a process that is going to take time, but at least the first thing we should do is to ensure that we are getting out all these people, all these useless politicians. That is the first step. So as much as we want something, things to work in this country, well, it will take time, but eventually we shall get there, and it is going to happen. So kudos to the people of the Rift Valley region. Your voice is reflects the voices of other Kenyans. And so Kenyans outside there, the voter registration is not over. It is just the enhanced voter registration exercise. That is, enhanced is all about IBC bringing this thing closer to you. So, but the registration continues. So don't say that, oh, IBC, there's nothing, hawajafunga anything. You visit the IBC centers. You will get registered. I think also Huduma centers will do that, if I'm not wrong. So let this process continue. Let's get the numbers are already there, but we want just to be the numbers to be so huge for these people to understand what because I want the margin to be so big, to be so huge in 2027, for us to remind these people that we are their bosses, and that from now henceforth, this country will be about Kenyans and Kenyans, not politicians and politicians. So if you're not registered, don't worry, just visit the IBC center near you, get registered, and then wait for that golden moment for us to remind these politicians that this country belongs to us. So, and Alfred Keter has been making this statement, and he said one of the things that is going to do towards the 2027 election is to mobilize people in the Rift Valley region, of course, to give civic education to them, to tell them that the reason you are not yet Una kazi is because the government is doing 1, 2, and 3. The reason you graduated 3 years ago and you're still struggling is because of 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So Alfred Keter has vowed to do all what he can do to bring Ruto down in the 2027 election. He's making this statement, not the first time that he's reminding Ruto that he's a one-term now. Alfred Keter has been so continuous and is not backing down. Seems that he is so ready. Alfred Keter, if not for Ruto's schemes, Alfred Keter angekuwa the MP for, of course, Nandi Hills. But Ruto always like to be surrounded by people who just sing his name, not people who criticize him or challenge him. So he made sure that Alfred Keter is not elected. But I am very optimistic, and from the look of things, Alfred Keter will make it back in Parliament in the 2027 election. And if he makes it, then this will really be a good, because these are the kind of voices we need in Parliament. Look at our Parliament right now. Nobody can even come out and say this. They've all been given money and become useless, and we don't even have a Parliament. All the Parliament captured, the judiciary captured. So you see, we are in a very big problem as a country. But I believe that once we get in the people like the likes of Alfred Keter, we are going to have, the Parliament ya kitambo, where we used to have people pushing for policies that is helping mwananchi pale chini. But right now we have politician thugs, wash, useless people, what to do, drug dealers and very useless people in parliament, but we have to clean up our parliament. We'll have to do it, because one of the things that we are going to do, as much as we want to change, I know majority of us are focusing on presidency and all that, but one of the things we should not also ignore in the 2027 election is the parliament, the people we're taking in the National Assembly. That should also matter a lot, because you see, having no parliament means that means that our country will not be run in a way that we might want it to go, or the direction that the country will take is not a good direction. Because right now Ruto can do anything. Right now he can even I want this and this and this to be passed in parliament. So, and since majority of them are siding with him because of money, so we are just under Lord's mercy. But I believe that we're going to end this in the 2027 election, and we're going to get in the right people. The people are going to voice our concerns, to voice our interest, and people are going to, of course, to take care of course, our problems as the people of this country. So me, I'm so happy when I see the likes of Alfred, Keter continuing to inject and criticize this government, because someone has to say, no, sometimes they say, oh, this government is going to go for the critiques. The government, someone somewhere has to speak. Someone somewhere has to speak, because if we all keep quiet, then we will be in a very big mess. So when you see people, the likes of Alfred, Keter risking it all, even us in the social media platforms pushing for this thing, it's not like it is just that we have chosen this way, because it cannot continue like this. Nah, even those countries that Kenyans are running into, someone somewhere had to speak and to stand firm. Because if we buy fear, then what next? Living like dogs? Nah. Why should you live like dogs? Why should you have a freedom and live like a dog? Nah, that's not life. Nah. So someone somewhere has to speak, and the likes of Alfred, Keter, some of the people who are now pushing for this, and of course reminding Kenyans that you deserve better. Of course we deserve better. And I believe that our decision at the ballot is going to give us the people who are going to, of course, change everything in this country and to move this country forward. So allow me to end this video here for today. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.